All right, let's get started. I'm Dr. Matthew Weiner. I'm a weight loss surgeon and I'm the creator of the Pound of Cure weight loss program. And in this course, we're going to go over the very fundamental concepts that are critical to your understanding of why all of this works and what we're trying to achieve. And our goal here is really to educate you about weight gain and weight loss so that you make decisions that are based on good science and common sense, as opposed to a lot of the emotional response that tends to govern our thoughts and ideas about dieting and weight loss. So this is all based on my book and my experience as a weight loss surgeon. The name of my book is called A Pound of Cure, and it's a weight loss, it's a nutritional program. It's essentially a diet or a lifestyle change. But it's based on my experience with weight loss surgery patients and a lot of the taste changes that I've observed in them as they lose the weight effortlessly for the first year or so after surgery. Now, this all comes from the science of weight loss surgery, but it does not mean that it's only for people who are considering surgery or who even need weight loss surgery. What we've found from the patients losing weight after surgery can be applied to anyone. And it gives us a much better understanding that is very different from this model of calories in and calories out that is what really dominates most of the weight loss advice that's out there. The eat less and exercise more mantra probably doesn't make as much sense when you dig into the science of weight loss. And most of that comes from our experience with weight loss surgery patients. So we've always initially thought that weight loss surgery will block you from eating or prevent you from absorbing the calories. But we also know that these changes really dissipate over time and that patients years out from surgery can eat reasonable portions and also don't really waste calories and are able to absorb calories more or less like everybody else. And it does not explain this 20 times greater chance of losing weight and keeping it off through surgery as compared to nutritional change or exercise. And what we find is that weight loss after surgery is triggered by hormonal changes. Now, a lot of us think of estrogen and progesterone and testosterone when we hear hormones, but these are different hormones. These are hormones like ghrelin and leptin that influence the way our brain views food and the way we're triggered to eat and the types of foods that we like to eat. And what we found is that weight loss surgery is not the only way to trigger these hormonal changes. It's probably the most effective way, but it's far and away not the only way. And by changing your diet, you can trigger a lot of these same changes. So what we've recognized is that that weight loss or weight gain is not a matter of balancing calories so that you're burning more than you are consuming. What we have come to understand is just like every other physiologic function in our body, there are feedback loops that control our weight gain and weight loss, just like they control our blood pressure, our heart rate, our body temperature, our blood glucose, and really anything else that has to do with how our body functions. And I refer to these feedback loops as your metabolic thermostat. And what it really means is that your body will try to defend a certain weight, even if you're overweight. So let's say you're a 5'4" woman and you weigh 200 pounds. Clearly, that's more than most 5'4" women would like to weigh. So you go on a diet and you count your calories, 1,200 calories a day. You start going to the gym and getting on the treadmill and exercising, and your weight drifts down 10, maybe even another 5 for a total of 15 pounds. So what happens is as your weight drifts down away from your set point, these feedback loops start to kick in. While you're telling yourself, I'm really doing something healthy for my body, and your doctor's saying, hey, this is great, your cholesterol is going to come down, your blood glucose is going to come down, and all of those are true. But what ends up happening is your body doesn't quite look at it the same way. We're all cavemen physiologically, and cavemen could starve to death. And so we developed this very robust, strong mechanism to prevent against famine. And so when you start decreasing your calorie intake, your body doesn't say, good for you, keep going. It says, whoa, I don't like this. This is a famine. This is a period of starvation. And all these mechanisms kick in to prevent you from starving to death. even though that's not really something that modern Americans struggle with. And what happens is all of a sudden your hunger will increase. You'll become obsessed with food. It will be all you can think of. And where normally you may be able to control what you're eating, all of a sudden as you drift down 10 or 15 pounds, you start to lose that willpower, as we say. And what we find is that willpower, while it does play a role, is something that eventually your physiology will overcome. You can't battle your physiology. You can't outwill your physiology. It's impossible. What we also see is that your metabolic rate slows down. So you're normally on you're on a 1,200 calorie a day diet. Normally you eat, say 1,800 calories. Initially you'll be losing weight nicely, but as you drift down further and further away from the set point, your metabolic rate decreases, and as a result, eventually you plateau and the weight loss stops. Now we also have on the other side controls that help us from gaining too much weight. We see this on New Year's Day when we all go on a diet and start going to the gym. And we do that because as you gain weight from the December holidays, that your hunger will decrease and your metabolism increases. So it's easy to go on a 800, 1,000 a day calorie a day diet when you're right here on this spectrum. And going to the gym seems very natural because your metabolism is saying, hey, go burn calories. Go to the gym, work out, exercise. It's going to be great for you. So our body's very much in control, and it's not this kind of straight one-to-one burn the calories versus the calories that you consume relationship that we've all been told. What happens is as you start to lose weight, the rules start to change. We have to acknowledge that, and we have to recognize that and look at things differently. Our goal is not to burn more calories than we consume. Our goal is to turn down our set point to a lower value. And when you think about things that way, all of the rules change. An hour on the bicycle at a low intensity doesn't really make much sense. There's some reasons to do it, but the truth is, as far as a means to lose weight for most people out there, that's not going to work. Starving yourself, controlling your hunger, going on protein shakes and using powders and other things to kind of trick your body to allow yourself to eat fewer calories, also, in the long run, it doesn't work. Chances are you've tried it and you agree. The only thing that does work is to actually lower your set point. So if we can take that 200-pound woman and we can somehow convince her brain that she shouldn't be 200 pounds, that she should be 150 pounds. If we could flip that switch and make her brain 150 pounds, she's going to look at her body weight and say, whoa, I am way on this overfed side of my thermostat. And so we're going to start seeing overfed changes in your thermostat. And those are essentially a decrease in hunger and an increase in metabolism. This is exactly what we want our body to do if we're trying to lose weight. This is the holy grail of weight loss. Imagine weight loss where you're never hungry and your body never slows down and keeps burning calories to now help you. So instead of your body fighting your weight loss like it does when we go against our set point, if we can shift the set point to a lower value, then all of a sudden our body starts to work with us for weight loss. So long-term weight loss success, which is really what this program is all about, and it's the way we all have to start looking at this. We can't look at this over the next month or two. We have to make plans for years and decades if we're going to achieve long-term success. This is not easy. I'm not going to come up here and say it's just a few quick fixes and buy my little products and everything's going to be easy and it's going to fall into place. It's going to take substantial and significant changes. However, these changes are possible, they are reasonable to make, and there are a lot of ways that you can do this without it being nearly as difficult or depriving as you may think. It is possible for you to lose weight. So in this first course, and we've got a bunch of courses, a lot of them just have to do with nutrition and weight loss, and a lot are also focused for patients who are interested in weight loss surgery. But in this course, our introductory course, we're going to go into an in-depth explanation of exactly how that metabolic thermostat works. We're going to leave the medical school physiology out and really try to get down to this in basic terms that impact your life on a daily basis. We're going to also identify factors that cause your set point to go up. Why have you gained weight? Most people blame it on themselves and say, you know what, just never could control my diet. when there may be medications at play, there's hormonal changes at play. There's a number of factors that cause your set point to go up. We're going to look at each and every one of those and break them down so that if there are any of these things outside of your willpower, outside of your diet that are causing weight gain, you can identify them and fix them. Because if you don't stand a chance of losing weight over the long run. And then finally, we're going to get down to the essence of the program, which is exactly how you lower your set point. There's 4 ways, and we're going to go over every one of them in great depth. I look forward to getting started with you.